Come. Today, let us speak about a journey that no one can avoid, even if they wish to. A journey for which no luggage is needed, no ticket is required, yet every human being on earth must embark upon it. If not today, if not tomorrow, but inevitably, for sure. This is not a story. This is not imagination. This is the account of a world that begins immediately after this one, yet remains hidden from our eyes. This is the first station after death, the first gate of the hereafter, the grave. When a person's time of living in this world comes to an end, at that very moment, by the command of Allah, the angel of death, Hazrat Azrail, alayhi salam, comes and stands before him. But this arrival is not the same for everyone. If that person is a righteous one, a true believer, then the scene changes. From the heavens descend special angels. Their faces will be bright like light itself, so beautiful that they calm the eyes. With them will be shrouds perfumed with the fragrance of paradise, a fragrance better than musk and amber. They will call the soul of that servant in a gentle voice, in the language of love, and that soul will leave the body very easily, just as a hair slips out from wet dough without any pain. There will be no agony, there will be no fear. Then that pure soul will be wrapped in the shroud of paradise. The surroundings will fill with a heavenly fragrance. Then begins an upward journey. The angels will take that soul and ascend toward the heavens. When they pass by the angels of the first heaven, they will be asked, "Whose pure soul is this?" The reply will be given, the most beautiful name by which he was known in the world. Thus, one by one, the doors of all seven heavens will be opened for him. Finally, his soul will be placed in an honored place called Iliyin. But if that person is a wicked one, a sinful servant, then the scene changes completely. The angels will come to him with terrifying faces. Their color will be black. With them will be foul-smelling sackcloth from hell. They will extract his soul with extreme pain, just as the skin is ripped off from the body of a living goat. Just imagine the pain of skin being torn from a living body. That very pain will be used to pull out the sinner's soul. The veins and nerves of the body will tear apart. Then that impure soul will be wrapped in the sackcloth of hell, from which will emerge a stench worse than that of a dead animal. When the angels tried to take this soul toward the heavens, the doors of the heavens will be closed for him. Not a single door will open. Eventually, that soul will be thrown into a humiliating place called Sijin. Then comes the most terrifying chapter, the grave. When the deceased body is placed into the grave and the relatives return after covering it with soil, he can hear, while lying there, the sound of their footsteps. When the last person moves 40 steps away from the grave, right at that moment, the soil of the grave begins to press in from both sides in a horrifying manner. Such pressure that the bones of one side of the chest enter into the bones of the other side. No one will be spared from this pressure, no matter how righteous he may be. And this is not the end. This is only the beginning. After that terrifying compression of the grave, suddenly everything stops. A moment of silence. And right through the chest of that silence, the soil of the grave splits apart. Two terrifying angels appear, Munkar and Nakir. It is narrated in Hadith. Their appearance is so frightening that if a living human were to see them, he would lose consciousness out of fear. Their color is bluish black, Their eyes burn like balls of fire, and their voices roar like thunder. In their hands will be a massive iron hammer. It is said in Hadith, "This hammer is so heavy that even if all the people of the world tried together, they would not be able to lift it from the ground." They suddenly sit the deceased upright. At that moment, his heart trembles with fear and terror. Then begins the real test. First question. In a thunderous voice comes the question, "Man Rabbuka?" Who is your Lord? If the deceased is a believer, then even after seeing this terrifying scene, he will not collapse, because Allah will grant peace to his heart and firmness to his tongue. In a calm voice, he will reply, "Rabbi Allah. My Lord is Allah." Second question. Again he is asked, "Ma dinuka? What is your religion?" He will answer, "Dini al-Islam. My religion is Islam." Third question. Then the angels will point toward our beloved Prophet Hazrat Muhammad and ask, "What do you say about this man?" Without the slightest hesitation, the believer will say, "Huwa Rasulullah. He is the messenger of Allah." The angels will ask again, "How did you know?" He will reply, "I read the book of Allah. I believed in it. I recognized it as the truth." At that very moment, an unseen announcement comes from the heavens. "My servant has spoken the truth." Immediately the scene changes. His grave is expanded to 70 cubits. The grave fills with light and greenery. A bed from paradise is laid out for him. He is dressed in garments from paradise, and a door of paradise is opened toward his grave. From it, cool breeze and heavenly fragrance flow into the grave. At that moment, a man with an extraordinarily beautiful face comes to him. From his body emanates a unique, soothing fragrance. The deceased asks, "Who are you? Why is your face so beautiful?" That person smiles gently and replies, "I am your good deeds. Allah has sent me to keep you company. From today you have no fear, I will remain with you." Then the believer will say, "O Allah, establish the day of judgment quickly so that I may see my family and the blessings of paradise." He will be told, "Sleep in peace. Until the day of judgment, no one will disturb you." Thus, until the day of judgment, his grave becomes one of the gardens of paradise. But is everyone so fortunate? But if the deceased is a wicked one, a sinful servant, then the scene is completely opposite. At the sight of Munkar and Nakir's terrifying forms, his heart dries up. He trembles violently in fear. His tongue becomes heavy. His thoughts scatter. In a thunderous voice comes the question, "Man Rabbuka? Who is your Lord?" Out of fear and terror, no clear words come from his mouth. Stammering, he says, "La adri alas, I do not know." The angels ask again, "Ma dinuka? What is your religion?" Again he says, "Ha la adri, I do not know." Then they point toward our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ask the third question, "What do you say about this man?" Trembling in fear, he says, "People used to say something, so I said the same." At that very moment, a terrifying announcement comes from the heavens. He has lied. Immediately, a bed from hell is laid out for him. He is dressed in garments of hell, and toward his grave, a door of hell is opened. Scorching hot winds and foul-smelling smoke begin to enter his grave. He struggles to breathe. His chest feels suffocated. Then begins the real punishment of the grave. The grave again begins to compress violently. Such pressure that the bones of one side of the chest enter into the bones of the other side. Then a hideous, terrifying figure comes to him. From his body emanates the stench of a rotting corpse. The deceased screams and asks, "Who are you? Why is your face so terrifying?" He replies, "I am your evil deeds. I am your bad actions." Then, from Allah's side, a special angel is appointed to punish him. It is narrated in Hadith. This angel will be blind, so that seeing the sinner's pain does not awaken mercy; deaf, so that hearing the sinner's screams does not soften his heart; mute, so that he cannot speak and reduce the punishment. In his hand will be a massive iron hammer, so heavy that if it were struck upon a mountain, the mountain would turn to dust. Without a word, that angel strikes the sinful servant repeatedly. With every strike, he is crushed into the earth. Then he is restored to his previous form, only to be punished again. From his screams, all creation except humans and jinn can hear. Birds tremble, trees fall silent. And this is not the end. 99 gigantic snakes are released into his grave, so venomous that if even one snake were to breathe once in the world, no green grass would ever grow again on earth. These snakes will continue to bite him until the day of judgment. They will tear apart and devour his body. Thus, until the day of judgment, his grave becomes one of the terrifying pits of hell. This is the life of the grave. Here, a person begins to receive the first result of his worldly life. For some, the grave is a garden of paradise, and for others, the grave is a pit of hell. But the grave is not the end. After that will come the great day of judgment, the plain of gathering, the scale, Mizan, the bridge, Pul Sirat. The question is only one: are we prepared? If this account has touched your heart, if it has made you think even a little about preparing for the hereafter, then share this video, warn your loved ones, and to learn more important topics of Islam, stay with us. Subscribe to the Deennovus channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.